What's up, guys? Nick from the Average Biker Garage, back here with another episode of the Average Biker Podcast. Today is episode 4 of our builder introductions for the Wild Stallions motorcycle build competition. So, I believe there are still only 9 of us, so we're almost halfway there through the builder profiles. And so far, I am loving all of the love that metric bikes are getting from the builders. So far, everyone that I've talked to, other than John, is building a metric bike, which is really cool because there are a lot of metric bikes out there, and you can pick them up pretty cheap. So the market's pretty flooded, prices are down, and there's just a lot of old bikes begging to be turned into something cool. So I'm hoping that maybe these builders, these metric builds, will inspire some of you to get that old bike out of the garage and do something with it. So speaking of metric bike builders, that leads me to today's guest, Chris Davidsen from Goshen, Indiana. All right, well, let's get started. Give me your name, age, and location.
My name's Chris Davidsen. I'm 42, and I live in Goshen, Indiana.
Goshen, Indiana. You staying warm over there?
Trying to.
I know, man. It just won't quit snowing.
I know. 40s next week.
Is it supposed to be 40s next week?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for spring. I'm over this cold shit.
Me too. I want to go ride.
Yeah, definitely. So when did you get into motorcycles?
I've been riding for approximately 20 years. Maybe a little over that. Been building bikes for 15 years.
So did you well, if it's been 20 years, you didn't have like a dirt bike as a kid growing up or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had dirt bikes, mini bikes, so I guess riding on the road for 20 years.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's always cool, growing up riding dirt bikes and stuff like that. It usually transfers over to road bike too.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what age were you when you got your first street legal bike?
I was in my 20s. I don't know, approximately 25, 22, 23, 24, 25, somewhere in there.
Do you remember what the bike was?
So my actual first bike that I rode on the street was a TW200 trail bike. It was plated and that was a fun bike. Had a big wide tire on the back.
TW200. I don't think I've ever heard of those.
It's a dirt bike, but it was I had it street legal.
So like an enduro?
It's a trail bike. It's not quite an enduro, but it's close. It's kind of a in between.
Gotcha. That's neat. What do you have in your current stable of bikes?
Oh, I've got a 95 Honda Shadow 1100 that is my daily rider. My wife has a V-Star 650. I have another V-Star 650 that I took a Honda frame and put the V-Star engine in it. I've got a Honda Shadow 750 ACE. Got a Vulcan 1500. I got a bunch of parts bikes too. Damn. So I got quite a few going on. Yeah.
Hey, I got a V-Star 650 I'm trying to sell. You interested in another one?
Maybe. Yeah, possibly.
I'll send you pictures of it after we're done here.
Absolutely.
So where do you keep all those? You got a pretty big garage there?
I have a little pole barn that I run my shop out of. Some of them are in the garage, but most of them are the parts bikes are outside, but yeah, I work in my shop, and like when it's cold like this, I don't work out there because I don't have any heat in it. But yeah, it's just I like having it here at home. That way I can watch kids. I can, take care of anything that's here. So it works out pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I know I got bikes out in my shop that need worked on too, but it's cold as shit. And
Yeah.
I got a little home electric oven that I use for powder coating parts. That's my heater out there. So I just turn that on and open the door, and it gets at about 60, but it takes forever.
That's how I powder coat my parts too. I bought an electric oven for $50 and it works pretty good.
Yep. That's exactly what I did. Facebook Marketplace found a electric oven, $50. But
Yep.
what powder coat gun you got?
I'm not sure what the brand is, honestly. I spray painted for years, and I'm pretty good at spray painting, but my my father-in-law had a powder coating set up and he wanted to get rid of it, so I bought it all from him. I'm not even sure what the brand is.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like I have an Eastwood powder coat gun.
That's
But
where I get all my powder coats and everything from is Eastwood.
yeah,
Um, I'm not sure it's Eastwood gun, but yeah, they I just bought some. I just started using primer, and I bought some primer, and it worked really well from Eastwood.
see, I never used any primer with my powder coating, but that's
This was the first time, so I wanted to see, how it worked out.
how
It worked
difficult
pretty
is
good.
that?
It's not. You powder coat it, and then you half cure it. You don't let it cure all the way. You just go through the flow out and then take it out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I read about it, but it sounded like way too advanced for my skill level. I just hang shit and spray it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. So you do a little bit of everything there, then, huh?
Yep. I've been fabricating for the last 25 years. Not necessarily on bikes, but my fabrication skills go back to like when I was 18. So, uh, but I do fabricate a lot of parts for bikes. This bike I'm going to fabricate a lot of parts for. Um, it's interesting because everything that I used to fabricate, you can buy on eBay now. So,
Right? Yeah, they got some poor kid chained to a table over there in fucking China making those parts for a bag of rice.
yeah, I still like to make them though. Sometimes, like this bike especially, it's going to be in a competition. If it was one I was selling through the shop, I'd probably just order stuff off eBay because I try and churn them out. But this one I'm really gonna put a lot of fabricated parts into.
Gotcha. You know what you're building yet?
Yep, it's a '08 Suzuki Boulevard 800.
Oh wow. Hardtailing it and everything.
I'm just gonna put struts on it, hardtail struts on it.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna weld a hardtail on it.
Yeah, it's you're a metric guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't deal in Harleys. I work on them. The shop, we do repairs and maintenance, and I'll work on Harleys, but I don't buy them. I can buy 10 Hondas for the price of a Harley, and they go quicker, so it
And they
doesn't make
probably
sense.
probably last longer too.
Yeah.
No offense to you Harley guys. I got a couple Harleys too.
My dad's a Harley guy, so I mean we kind of butt heads about it, but we give each other a hard time.
I think it's awesome building a metric bike, and I don't know if you heard the first episode of the Builder series with Mac Blank.
Yeah.
He's a metric guy too, and
Yep.
that's what I said. On Marketplace, those bikes you can find them all day long for cheap too.
Yep.
So,
I usually don't pay over $1,000 for a bike.
right.
Most of the time, that's like my area I want to be in.
That makes sense. That's a good return on your investment then.
Absolutely.
So what is the favorite bike you've ever owned? And do you still own it?
Um, I do. It's a Honda CX 650. It's a V twin, but the motor was turned. They turned the motor sideways so that the heads come out the side instead of out, in the front and the back. And currently, I do own it, but it's currently down right now. It needs new. Now I can't even think of the word. It needs a new main rear seal, and I basically have to tear the engine down.
Okay.
So it's been sitting for about a year and a half because I just haven't had the gumption to do it.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those. I know like older BMWs have their heads, sticking out the side, kind of something like that.
Yep, it's really similar.
Gotcha.
They made a CX 500, and I don't know if they made anything bigger than the 650, but they made the 650 for 1 year. So in '83, that was the only year they made the CX 650, and I actually have my bike, and then I have two parts bikes. So if I see them, I usually buy them.
They pretty rare then.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't think I've ever heard of them. I'll have to look them up.
Yeah, they're really cool bikes.
All right, the Wild Stallions build. How did you hear about it?
I don't know who contacted me.
I think it was me.
It might have been you.
I think it was me.
Yeah, I think that you contacted me about it, and I'm not sure how you saw me, or you might have saw my shop page. I'm not sure.
Have you seen that meme going around where it's some chick and she says, "Oh yeah, you're worried about your boyfriend talking to whoever on Snapchat. I'm worried about mine talking to this dude about an old motorcycle."
Yeah.
That's how I found you. I was scrolling through Marketplace looking at bikes. That's what I do. And I think you had a Shadow for sale recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
I probably still do.
Just a little VLX 600.
Oh no, I sold that one.
I was going to say.
Yep.
Yeah, that's because that's what I built last year for the competition. So I, looking for shadows and stuff. I was just scrolling through and saw what's your shop's name?
Dirty Bones. Dirty Bones Customs.
Yeah, you'd posted something in there about, this is a Dirty Bones Customs build or whatever. And I was like,
yep.
And I saw you were from Goshen. I was like, there's a custom shop that close to me? I didn't realize that. So then that's, when I reached out to you, I was like, well, shit, he's not, farther away from me, to Owasso. Maybe he'd want to build one for a competition. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in a couple other competitions. I won. It's a local cruising at the Essen House. It's a restaurant, but they have a cruising every year. One of my bikes won a prize there.
That's huge over there too, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I don't know if you've ever heard of Summer's End. It's a biker party out in Plymouth through a bait. But I won first place, not this last year. It was the year before with a bike that I built.
Nice. What'd you build for those shows?
For Summer's End, I built a Virago 1000. It's Yamaha, and I bobbed it out. It was actually a budget bobber build, so we couldn't spend over $2,000 on it. And the other one was a Suzuki Intruder 800, actually. Same thing I'm building this time.
Cool. So yeah, you got experience building the bikes than the Suzukis.
Yep. I mean, this is what I do in the summertime. Spring, summer, fall. I'm building bikes. I'm out into the shop until like 11 o'clock at night. I put 40 hours in at work, and then I put 40 plus hours in the shop. So
yeah, I've never messed with any Suzukis like that. I've heard a couple of the older ones, their carburetors can be a real bitch.
The way they run them, because there's a carburetor in front and there's a carburetor in back, so your air intakes are actually coming from two different places, and you can't really. It's hard to sync them because they're not together; they're separate. But
yeah, that sounds complicated. More complicated than it needs to be.
It is. It's a little complicated.
But yeah, that show at Essen House for anyone that's not around the area. Uh, you're not quite an Amish country over there. That's more LaGrange, right?
We're pretty close. I mean,
I was
it's
gonna say I feel like it's more in between you and me. I'm over
yeah,
here in Angola, and I don't think Goshen's very
yeah,
Amish.
absolutely. Millersburg. I mean, we have a lot of Amish here, but Millersburg, Lagrange, yeah. There's that's the big Amish area around here.
That Essen House is a Dutch restaurant, right? And it's
Hmm.
a bunch of Amish people work there, and it's all like handmade food. I don't think I've ever ate there, but I've cruised past it quite a few times on 20.
Oh, it's really good if you ever get a chance. I mean,
Is
we
it
go there. We go there a few times a year and eat the buffet.
nice? But yeah, that car show, I happened to be driving by once, and they get like 1,000 cars there, don't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of cars and bikes and everything. So,
Hmm. When do they hold that?
um, they do it a few times a year.
Oh, really?
I'm not exactly sure the dates, but I know there's at least 3 times they do it every summer.
Oh, really? I thought it was just once.
No,
Hmm. I'll have to figure that out and cruise over there and check it out. Have you ever been to the cruise in the monument here in Angola?
uh-uh.
No. Have you been to Angola?
I have been to Angola a few times, but I mean I haven't spent a lot of time there.
We got a roundabout in the center of town. We locals call it the Mound. But
Okay.
yeah, every year in September they shut down 20 for like 4 blocks east and 4 blocks west, and a couple blocks north and south too. And it's just a giant cruise in. You cruise your cars there, and they shut down traffic, so there's no semis or anything like that, and you can walk around. It's being a local, it's really cool to see that and walk around there, and it's so quiet. It's creepy quiet.
And I mean it brings people in too. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I took two of my bikes up there last year, and it's not like a show. You don't win anything, but you just cruise in. You walk around and look at all the cars.
yeah, that's cool. We have a couple. One of the church that's it's about 2 miles down from our house. They have a car show every year, and there's probably 150 cars and 50 bikes that go. So you get to go over, walk around, and look at them.
Oh yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, I didn't know there were that many cruise-ins around here.
Yeah.
So, all right, what made you decide to sign up for the build competition?
Um. I mean, get my business name out there. Obviously, we're a small shop, so any promotion I can get, is good. And I like to compete. Like I said, I've been in a couple other ones, and it's fun. It's a good rivalry and meet new people and do what I like to do, build bikes. So
Right. Did you get your introduction paragraph turned in?
I did.
Okay. I think I was like the last one to turn it in, Derek. Finally. Yeah. My bad. So, any any worries about the competition?
I don't think so. How many bikes were there last year?
Last year, like as far as the show or the
Yeah,
competition?
the competition.
The competition, there was only 4 of us. There was
I thought
Derek. Go ahead.
I thought that's what I had saw, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, yeah. There was Derek with his Iron Head. I think it was a 78, and then Terry had, I don't know what the hell that was. It was a Yamaha something that parts from everything on it, and I had I had my Shadow, and then shit, his name's escaping me now. He had a shovel head. His build was really sick. He ended up winning. Damn it, I
Huh.
can't remember his name right now. It's gonna drive me crazy. But yeah, he ended up winning it. So there was only 4 of us, but I think we'd started with like 6, and shit happens, and
Yeah,
that's part of what Derek wanted to do with the competition was just kind of just regular guys building shit in their garage, and having to deal with their real job your family
Yeah.
situations, just,
Yep.
there's going to be some months where progress was really slow on the build because, something happened, family member passed away, or like I got two kids that do sports all summer, baseball, softball. So we're if we're not home, we're at the baseball field.
Yep. I understand that.
Yeah. So that's part of what he wanted to show. And I guess kind of just show people that, you don't necessarily have to be a professional to, do this. We're all just guys. We're normal people.
Right. Yeah. And that's what they were trying the competition I won at Summer's End. That's what they were trying to, to get out there. It was actually put on by, Bikers Church of the Heartland, in Lakeville. And, they have a shop where people can come and work on their motorcycles at the church. So, that for
That's
people
my
that don't
kind of
have
church.
tools. Yeah. It's really cool. They have a swap meet there every year. But they're the ones that put on the competition, and they put a budget on it because they wanted to show people, you can build a cool bike for under $2,000 if you really want to,
Right.
if you're willing to put in the work, and you might have to fabricate some stuff, but
That's, well, it's part of the game, right?
yeah.
So are you concerned at all with trying to juggle your job and your second job and your family, your husband duties, father duties, all that shit?
No, I think that, I sold 20 bikes last year. I'm already out there,
You sold 20 bikes last year?
yeah,
Holy shit.
through the shop. We bought, I think I bought 22 and sold 20.
Okay. This is
And
this is a
what?
personal question. This isn't necessarily for the show. I'll keep it in, but when you get those, do you put the title in your name? Because I'm trying to do something similar.
I don't.
You
I
know?
keep it. I keep an open title and title jump it, and I hopefully I don't get in trouble for that for saying that. But yeah, they only allow you to put 12 vehicles in your name a year, anyways. So if I did, I'd only be able to do 12. So I just leave the title open, and then the next person signs it.
See, I don't see how you can get in trouble for that, because car dealerships do that shit.
Yeah, I think they have a license for it though.
Oh yeah, shit. Uncle Sam's got to get his fucking piece, right?
Right. That's the thing. I'm not registered business yet. It's just me. I don't pay taxes on it or anything. So
You don't have an LLC or anything like that?
nope.
Gotcha.
Within the next 4 years, I would like to be doing this full time, but hopefully I can get there. If I keep selling bikes like I did last year, then I don't see a problem with it. But
Right. That's what I'm trying to do too. You're a couple of years ahead of me, but yeah, I'm hoping with this build it this year and debut it up there in Owasso, and then the smokeouts after this show. So hopefully I can trailer it down there, and then I'm going to try and make the rounds of shows, in the Midwest, and show the bike. Hopefully, this is all pie in the sky, dreaming shit.
right.
But get my name out there to try and commission builds for people.
That's what I'd like to. I'd like to get into that eventually. Have somebody come and say, "Hey, I'm looking for this, and this is what I want," and then I can find it, and I just say, "Okay, here's your budget. How much budget do you have?" That's. I'd love to do that, but I'm just not there yet. So I build bikes like I want. I build them without speedos and turn signals. They got a headlight and a brake light, and half time they don't have front brakes. And I build them the way I ride them, and then if somebody wants to add on to them, they can do that when they buy them. But that's for now.
Right. Oh man, it sounds like you're doing pretty good. If you got rid of 20 bikes, hell, I sat on the bike I built last year for months before I ended up trading it.
Yeah, the Shadow that you had.
Yeah. Yep. I traded it for that V-Star and another bike actually.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to sell that V-Star to hopefully buy my bike for the build this year. I don't even have it yet, so I'm behind.
Why don't you build the V-Star?
Because it's a fucking V-Star. I don't know.
I like
put
them. I like the lines on them. I did 4 V-Stars this year,
yeah.
bobbed them out, and yeah, I like. They're cool bikes. I don't ever put front rear fenders on them because I think they look stupid bobbed out with the rear fender.
Did you
But
do the V-Star Classic or the Customs?
I think I had. I think I had one of each, and then there's another one too, right? There's another trim package. I can't remember what it is.
I don't know. I'm only really familiar with the 650s. That's what I got, and I think
Yeah,
the Custom and Classic.
there's another one too, though. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there's another trim package besides the Custom and Classic, and I think I had like all 3 of them at one, throughout the year.
Gotcha.
They all look the same once I take the front and the rear fender off. I mean,
Right. Well, all right, man. Yeah, that's all I got for you. So,
Okay.
you want to plug your shop? You just have a Facebook page for that? You got
Yep.
Instagram?
Nope. It's Dirty Bones Customs on Facebook. Or you can friend me, Chris Davidsen. I'm on there, and you could see. I don't post a whole lot during the winter, but during the warmer months, I'm on there, post at least 3 times a week, something that's going on.
Gotcha. Yeah. I creep your page every now and then. So
Yeah, and look for my bikes on Marketplace too. I usually put Dirty Bones Customs build on there. I've got one on there now, and there'll be that Vulcan 1500 will be on there this spring.
what's your price point on what you're trying to sell them for?
Right around $2,000.
Really?
Yep.
See, cheap cruisers, man. You anyone out there looking for a cheap cruiser? I'll put your page in the show notes. Hit up Chris, and if you're close to Goshen.
And that's how I sell so many. I don't pay over $1,000 for them. I put $200-$300 into them, turn them into bobbers, and then turn around and sell them for right around $2,000-$1,900.
Nice. Yeah, that's a really. Yeah, I think that Shadow I was looking at was like 25. I think you had on it.
Yeah, I did, and I did that because I actually traded a V-Star for that bike. So, and I had money in the V-Star, and then I powder coated the Shadow, so I had a little bit extra into it than what I normally do. But I ended up selling it for 2,000 though, so
Gotcha.
they're all right around that. I try not to go over that price.
All right. Well, sounds good, man. I look forward to meeting you in person. And
Yeah.
maybe when the weather warms up, because you're only about an hour away from me, I think.
From Angola, yeah, it's not that far.
Maybe this summer we'll get together and cruise around. I'll come check out your shop and see what you got going on.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
If not, I'll see you at the show.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
Easy.
I appreciate this too.
All right. Later.
Later.